Okay, you want to get going? What'd you say? No, quiet, there's so many people outside. Okay. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Alton?
Present.
Commissioner Creighton?
Present.
Commissioner Acevedo?
Present.
Commissioner Lees?
Present.
Commissioner Brooks? Commissioner Leonetti? Chairman Morelli?
Present.
Commissioners Brooks and Leonetti are absent.
Make an announcement that case number 3330, we don't have a full board, we're not going to be voting on this. That's the application of 269 Neptune Boulevard in Long Beach. We're not voting on that tonight. If anybody's interested in that case, the vote will be next month.
Case number 3315, application of the Living Trust of Danielle Steele of 657 Laurelton Boulevard, Long Beach, New York, for a variance from the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the City of Long Beach, New York. 9-105.1J subdivision for subdividing a 100 by 138 parcel into 150 by 141 and 150 by 135 parcels at 657 Laurelton Boulevard, Long Beach, New York, also known as Section 59, Block 41, Lots 29 through 35 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Who will introduce a motion on this application?
I'll introduce a motion to deny.
Chairman Morelli has introduced a motion to deny the application. Who will second?
I will.
Commissioner Lees has seconded the motion. Commissioner Alton?
Deny.
Commissioner Creighton?
Deny.
Commissioner Acevedo?
Deny.
Commissioner Lees?
Deny.
Chairman Morelli?
Deny.
This application has been denied. Case number 3333, application of Summit Development and Management Corp. of 175 Roosevelt Boulevard, Long Beach, New York, for a variance from the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the City of Long Beach, New York. 9-105.7J subdivision for subdividing a 80 by 100 parcel into two 40 by 100 parcels to construct one two-family dwelling and one one-family dwelling at 529 East Chester Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as Section 59, Block 168, Lot 51, on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Who will introduce a motion on this application?
I'll make a motion to deny.
Commissioner Acevedo has introduced a motion to deny the application. Who will second? Commissioner Alton has seconded the motion. Commissioner Alton? Commissioner Creighton?
Deny.
Commissioner Acevedo?
Deny.
Commissioner Lees?
Deny.
Chairman Morelli? This application has been denied. Case number 3072, application of Lehman Lee of 312 West Penn Street, Long Beach, New York, for a variance from the following sections of the zoning code of ordinances of the City of Long Beach, New York. 9-105A use, 9-105H density, 9-1121 off-street parking, for renewal of a conditional temporary variance for maintaining a second kitchen in a single-family dwelling at 312 West Penn Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as Section 59, Block 51, Lot 174 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map.
The applicant present. Someone representing the applicant?
Yeah,
Did you
Come
want
up to them, Mike.
representing the applicant? Come up, please.
Hi.
Good evening. Give us your name and address, please.
Jessica Lee Chang, 312 West Penn Street, Long Beach, New York.
So you live in the residence?
Yes,
Okay. So basically, you're here for the renewal of the temporary conditional variance for the off-street parking in the second kitchen.
yes.
So now I just want to ask you a few questions. This is, how many times that this variance has been, conditional variance has been renewed?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just moved back late last year.
Okay. Has any condition changed in the home? Basically, the home is being occupied by whom?
It's just family.
Okay.
Nothing has
And can
changed.
you just state what the reason was for the second kitchen?
I live downstairs now, so I'm occupying that
Okay.
area.
So basically, when this board granted the variance several years ago, To your knowledge, the conditions have not changed in any way from
No.
the last approval?
No.
Okay. Do any members of the board have any questions?
Who's upstairs?
My uncle and his son, Lehman Lee and his son.
So, I've got a question. Part of the original denial is that it's, for the two-family cars, and it's a single driveway or something. Is that correct?
I believe so. I'm not.
So it seems like there's concerns by a lot of neighbors that people in your house are parking in front of their houses, and you never use your driveway. So your driveway remains empty and you'll park in front of another house, another neighbor's house. I don't know if it's you particularly, but that seems to be one of the problems with this case.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that. I can tell you that I do park in the driveway. My uncle parks in the garage, so I'm on the right side, and when he pulls out of the garage, he goes down on the left side.
So, something that was not represented in the letters you received.
Okay.
I mean, just for the record, though, I would have to ask, though, even if someone had a one-family house with a single kitchen, we still couldn't mandate that people park in the
No,
driveway.
you can't
Yeah,
mandate it.
you know, I mean,
It's
so,
it's more the spirit of the
Yeah,
variance.
yeah, yeah.
more
It's in the
of
spirit, but not the law.
If there's a parking problem
Right.
on the block, be friendly to your neighbors if we
Right,
can, if
right.
we're working with you.
Right.
That's just.
good point.
Understand, yeah.
I have another, you said you moved in a year ago. Who
Late
was
last
there-
year.
Who was there before you?
Nobody. It was empty.
So, but this is a continuation of a variance, so what was, if nobody was there, why did we grant it last time?
Because I believe when they represented, there was a family member that was there with.
Oh, I'm
with,
sorry. You know what? That was his daughter, Angie. That would be my cousin, Lehman Lee's daughter.
Okay, so basically what you're representing is that no one other than family has lived in that apartment.
Correct.
Okay. Anyone else?
Do we know what the hardship was? Or is it,
I don't remember.
I don't remember. You can pull the file if
Generally,
you
it's
want to hold
just
it
a
over.
financial thing that they need, like, or that, too, financial or privacy, but I have to look into it. I wouldn't vote on it tonight until I review the last, variance that was granted. All right, anybody else, anybody want to speak in favor or against from the audience? All right, unless anybody wants to make a motion, I'll table it till next month, so that we can just review what we granted last
Okay.
month, okay?
Yep.
So we're not voting on it tonight, we're gonna vote on it next month, because I want to have an opportunity to reread the last variance that we granted.
Okay. Yep. Understood.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Case number 3335, application of Michael and Melissa Catalano of 32 Farrell Street, Long Beach, New York, for a variance in the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the city of Long Beach, New York. 9-106.17 fence height limitations for a 6-foot high fence in the front yard at 32 Farrell Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as Section 59, Block 225, Lot 10, on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map.
Good evening, Mr. Gaston.
Good evening.
Yes, please.
Mark Geiselman, architect, representing the Catalanos, 364 West Fulton Street, Long Beach.
Okay,
Okay, quickly, scope of work, they're doing work in their side yard, including a pool, a fence, a deck with a pergola, and a fence, and they will provide a fence 6 feet high in the front yard, which obviously we're only allowed 4 feet, so we're asking for relief for that. Situations, we're holding that fence back 2 feet from the property line to give room for a planting bed there. There are 2 other houses on the block that have 6-foot fences in the front yard. That's 24 Farrell Street and 755 East Chester, which is right on the corner there. And also 400 Pacific also has a fence in the front yard that I was involved with and was granted a variance.
okay, so basically, I know the pools require a 5-foot fence, and it wouldn't be possible then to have kept that fence in line with the house line without significantly reducing the
It
yard.
really encroaches on the area where the pool is and pretty much
Okay.
right where the deck
I
goes and
understand.
stairs.
All right, I don't have any other questions, looked at the plot. I don't have any questions, any members of the board?
I just want to be clear, that if you want a 6-foot fence on the street side, and it's only in the area beside your pool, correct?
Correct.
It's not going across the main.
No, and in actuality, it's not providing any encroachment on the driveway. The driveway is actually on the other side of the house, so there's no issue with blocking view from that either. Yeah, yeah. The rest of the fence is around the backyard and actually ends at the garage. Exactly.
Anyone else?
Does your client have any objection to a 5-foot fence as opposed to a 6-foot?
I'd have to ask them. Their preference is the 6-foot for privacy, and also just the continuity of the rest of the fence around the back and side.
Anyone else? Anyone want to speak in favor or against from the audience? Come on up. You want to speak? Come on up.
Come on up to
the
the microphone.
Hey, give us your name and address, and let us know if you're in favor or against.
My name is Jennifer Watts. I'm an
What was your last
architect.
name? I'm sorry.
Jennifer Watts. I'm an architect at Watts, W-A-T-T-S. So I'm just saying, I don't know very much about the case, but I recently did a pool, and I think by code you need 6 foot high.
You gotta speak into the microphone.
I've worked on a couple pools, and I'm almost positive that by code you need 6 foot high for the fence, so I'm speaking in favor. So
Actually, no.
that's
I'm sorry. My name is Joe Lupo. I'm the attorney for the
Right.
zoning board. The code requires a 5-foot fence.
It is 5,
around
okay.
the pools.
Okay.
But and I'm not just
Okay,
like
this
saying
was
that to,
right.
you know, try to
Okay.
prove you wrong,
No,
like,
no,
oh, I
it's
know
fine.
something you don't.
Okay,
Just
no, I
letting you
just
know.
remember that, so. anyways.
But,
Okay.
I mean, it is different in, you know, I mean, if you're referring to maybe Town of Hempstead or
Right,
other
right.
locations, it is different there.
Okay.
So, just saying.
Okay. That was just my thought.
All right, thank you. So you don't
Thank
have
you
an
as well.
opinion on this particular
No.
case, just for the record? All right. Anyone else want to speak in favor or against?
Can I ask another?
Go ahead.
On your drawings, you show sort of an outline of another layout of the pool. Why was
That was an existing pool that's being removed.
Oh, so they're
Yeah.
removing that pool?
We're removing that pool, we're removing the severely deteriorated deck, and building a new deck and relocating the pool.
And why not use a similar configuration so you could pull the fence back to the top?
They're trying to gain a little more usable yard space for the kids, so that turning the pool that other direction kind of frees up that back corner of the yard a little more.
Anyone else? Dan, good? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody want to make a motion on a case?
Make a motion to grant.
Second, that's
Hold on. Case number 3335, application of Michael and Melissa Catalano of 32 Farrell Street, Long Beach, New York, for a variance in the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the city of Long Beach, New York. 9-106.17 fence height limitations for a 6-foot high fence in the front yard at 32 Farrell Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as section 59, block 225, lot 10, on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Commissioner Acevedo has introduced a motion to grant the application. Chairman Morelli has seconded the motion. Commissioner Alton? Commissioner Creighton? Commissioner Acevedo?
Grant.
Commissioner Lees? Chairman Morelli?
Grant.
This application has been granted.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Case number 3336, application of Kim and Rebecca Melzer of 414 East Fulton Street, Long Beach, New York, for a variance in the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the city of Long Beach, New York. 9-105.7D side yard for a second floor addition at 414 East Fulton Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as section 59, block 151, lots 11 through 12 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Hold on one
Good
second,
evening. Come
Rocco.
on up.
Rocco, hold on.
Recuse myself.
Okay.
So let the record show that Commissioner Lees has recused himself and stepped off the dais. Applicant, want to come forward, please? For this record, just please give us your name and address for the record.
Okay. My name is Jennifer Watts. I'm representing GWB Architect. We're at 120 West Park Avenue in Long Beach.
So,
Jennifer Watts,
go ahead.
the GWB Architect.
So Jennifer, would you please describe for us the addition on the second floor, the height specifically, the number of rooms, how it's going to be laid out?
Okay. The project that we're doing for the Melzer family is a second floor extension. They are looking ultimately to have a 4-bedroom house.
I just want to ask you, is there, you said an extension. There's a second floor for the record on there already?
Yes, there's currently a second floor, and right now there are, there's undersized bedrooms. There's 4 bedrooms total, but 3 of them actually are small. There's 1 bathroom and an okay size bedroom. What the Melzers are looking to do is to extend the footprint of the second floor so that they can have a master suite, a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. They want to keep the existing bathroom and then have 3 additional full-size bedrooms. So they have 2 children, and so basically 1 bedroom for each child and an additional
Now,
guest room.
The height of the structure is not going to be changing from the peak of the roof that's there now?
No,
Okay, so for that reason, you don't need a height variance.
right, we're not asking for height, we're just adding a gable roof,
So
a
now,
reverse
let's
gable
talk
over.
about what required the side yard variance. Is it because of the fact that the house is being extended outward?
Yes, so what they're looking to do for the extension is on the west side of the yard. Currently, there's a masonry patio that's on the first floor off of the living area. They're looking to do the extension over the existing living space.
Okay.
And the masonry patio that they designed here, it's fairly new. They just spent a decent amount of money making that outdoor space. So the structure that we're proposing, rather to allow them to keep what they had just constructed, we're looking to place the structure for the columns for the upstairs extension just right outside of that existing masonry patio, so they can keep that and have with the structure above.
All right, so just to be clear then, so what's happening is the structure itself is going to go to the dimension of an existing patio. The columns are going to go to the end of that existing patio. So the projection off of the house where the patio was appears to be 10 foot 8 inches, am I correct?
Well,
Looking at a side view.
the existing the side yard setback from the property line to the existing masonry patio is 5 foot 1 1/4.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The west side yard setback right now, the existing setback from the property line to the masonry patio is 5 foot 1 1/4.
Okay.
To the house is 14 foot 8 1/2 to the actual house, but the masonry patio side yard setback is 5 foot 1 1/4.
So basically then, you're going to have a structure, an enclosed structure, that's going to be about 5 feet from the property line, correct?
Well, what we're proposing, so if we when we put the columns right outside the patio, that we're proposing a 4 foot side yard setback on the west side. And that's just on that'll be the second floor above to just accommodate the structure on the side so that we can
basically
keep the patio.
The first floor, if you will, would remain open.
The first
Right.
floor, so they would like to enclose it, but as a 3 seasons room, so not heated. They want to put
So they want to make like a sunroom?
like a sunroom, yeah. So the gliders that they have right now that are off the living space, those will remain. So they're not looking to change the envelope on the first floor. They're just looking to create a 3 seasons room.
What
So
do they have now in that area where the addition would be going over? It's just a cement patio? right now?
it's a patio. They have an awning that they use, so it's a nice outdoor living space. I have a picture of it if you wanted to see it, but they they built up a masonry patio that has. They use it right now in the summertime, and I guess really until it gets cold. There's a table out there and a barbecue, and it has an awning over.
Okay, so no way would that change the parking situation with the car that I see on this photo, right? There's a Dodge Durango there. This is not going to change at all?
No.
Correct?
No, well, it will change slightly. So right now, that front yard setback is 28 foot 7 1/2. We are proposing one small step, so it'll make that.
So you're going to be getting rid of that PVC fence that's there? You're going to be moving that forward?
That will be, so the gate that's on the right will remain. The fence that's covering the, so there'll still be a fence on the side, so that will still be the side yard access to the back, but then we're proposing steps where the actual solid fence is right now, to a new front door that will go to the Three Seasons room.
Confused on that. I'm looking at the, let's see, on the architect drawing.
So you're closing that in? Or it's gonna be still an open patio?
We are proposing to close it in, but as a Three Seasons room, so it won't be, we're not suggesting heat in there, so the addition above, we'll have to insulate it underneath, so it'll be an enclosed, the envelope will be above it, so they're looking to enclose it, but not as part of the envelope, just as a
Is that
closed-in.
gonna be done as part of this construction, or is that something they're gonna do down the road?
We were planning as part of this construction, the walls, yes.
Does anybody have any questions?
What's the setback on the other side of the house?
The setback on the other side, it's an existing, it is 1 foot, 4 3/4.
Okay, that's all that is.
That's on the east side. Right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
On
sure.
the front of the house,
Mhm.
on the opposite side of the house, so there's a little bit of a rooftop deck, well, not really a rooftop deck, but a second floor deck,
Right.
with railing and so forth. What's gonna happen to that area?
So as part of the, so right now, their sons, they're concerned, they don't use that deck. They're concerned with their sons and access on the front. So as part of this project, we're going to enclose that as far as for the 2 front bedrooms.
So in other words, you're extending the front of the house flush where that peak of the roof is? Or flush with the front of the house?
Flush, just on the second floor. So the first floor will remain the same, but on the second floor, we're enclosing the that deck to make it new living space.
You're bringing that part of the house where the deck is, you're getting rid of that door.
Yeah.
And pushing that wall forward.
Right,
To the front
right,
of the house.
yeah. And because of privacy, they didn't want any windows on the front of the house because those are the boys' bedrooms. So that's the reason that we created the roof lines the way that they are, because otherwise it without the windows, it's really hard to aesthetically make
And
it
those
look
windows
nice.
are gonna be over the addition, in other words, or part of the addition.
Yes, yeah.
That's gonna be over the cement patio.
Right. Yeah, the deck right now, they don't use it. It's, they're afraid for just having the boys go in the front, and they just, it's not usable space, so they wanted to use it. Yes, yep. Mhm.
Any other questions? Anybody want to speak in favor or against? You have enough, I'll move to grant.
I'll second that.
Case number 3336, application of Kim and Rebecca Melzer of 414 East Fulton Street, Long Beach, New York, for a variance from the following section of the zoning code of ordinances of the city of Long Beach, New York. 9-105.7D side yard for a second floor addition of 414 East Fulton Street, Long Beach, New York, also known as section 59, block 151, lots 11 through 12 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Chairman Morelli has introduced a motion to grant the application. Commissioner Acevedo has seconded the motion. Commissioner Alton? Commissioner Creighton?
Grant.
Commissioner Acevedo?
Grant.
Chairman Morelli?
Grant.
This application has been granted.
Right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good evening. If there are no other matters of business,
Ms. Watts, you had me second guessing myself. I looked it up. The minimum requirement, it has to be at least 5 feet. It cannot be more than 6 feet. So we were both half right.
I normally don't do that, unless we go through that, and not have me second guessing.
Just so you know for the future. Sure. No worries. You have a great night. Thank you.
okay. You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, in this meeting of February 22nd will now be closed. Next meeting, what's the date? Do you know?
Today's the 23rd.
Okay, so the next meeting will be March 23rd. Everyone have a good evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Nice, quick, easy one for you.